Do you know who we are? PCCEO, helping people, changing lives for every stage of life.
Okay. At this time, we're going to ask the two candidates for Peoria County Recorder of Deeds to come forward. That would be Yvonne K. Fleming and Nancy K. Horton.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank God for allowing me to stand here before you this evening. And I'd like to thank the NAACP and Ward Chapel for hosting this event for us. My name is Yvonne Fleming, and I'm the candidate for the Recorder of Deeds office. I'm a volunteer with the Manual JFL and the Manual High School Band. I'm a board member with the Neighborhood Alliance of Peoria and the Goose Lake Neighborhood Association that's located here on the south side of Peoria. I'm on the committee for Relay for Life, and I participate in the drug marketing intervention program that's here in Peoria. I'm endorsed by Organized Labor and the retired Recorder of Deeds, Dirk McGinnis, who was the recorder from 1988 until 2000, and the retired Chief Deputy James Marinick, who was Chief Deputy from 1989 till March of 2010. I also have support from several different local communities, organizations. My goals for the Recorder of Deeds office are to improve the current indexing system to be more user-friendly to the users and the taxpayers of Peoria County, to protect the important historic information for property owners and genealogists, and I want to bring back office morale. I'm the right person for the Recorder of Deeds. I have 21 years of experience in the office, and I'm the most knowledgeable person for the job. I'm the right person to be the Recorder of Deeds. My coworkers, they come to me for answers for difficult questions related to documents. I assist attorneys and abstracting companies. I hope I have your support for this position. And again, if you want a recorder with hands-on experience, then vote for me, Yvonne Fleming, for Recorder of Deeds.
Good evening. Thank you very much for allowing me to be here and hopefully give you a chance to get to know me a little bit better. First of all, as most of you know, my husband was the Recorder of Deeds. He was first elected in 2000, and in January of this year, after serving a little over 1 year of a 4-year term, he passed away. I was asked to fulfill his position due to my qualifications, not just because I was his wife. I have had 30 years of business experience. I served as a realtor for 2 years. I was a township assessor for 7 years. I served on the Peoria County Board of Review for 3 years. 2 years of that I was elected by my peers to be the chairman of the board. For the past 18 years, I have been a real estate appraiser here in Peoria County and the Peoria metro area. The Recorder of Deeds takes care and maintains the integrity of all the records in the office. That includes liens, deeds, mortgages, corporations, foreclosures, anything to do with land, as well as veterans' discharges. Since taking office, I have implemented procedures to reduce recording times down from a high of 3 to 4 weeks down to 24 to 48 hours. The county has asked all of the heads of the departments to reduce their budget by 5%. I have reduced the budget for next year, 2011, 7.4%. I've supervised the updating of the Recorder's office to further improve service and use of the office, including making the office handicap accessible. I have always spent less than 25% of the alleged allocated budget for upgrading our facilities. We've eliminated the electrical and fire hazards, which included drop cords and books on heaters. We have a new counter eliminating the need for a raised platform, making it a safer work environment for my staff. We now have improved wheelchair access. In 1825, Peoria County was founded. We are continuing to rebind the books that go back to 1825. We keep those for prosperity. We're planning to input more records into our computer system, a project that will take some time. Currently, our records go back to 1988. We only need to add another 163 years of recording, which of course isn't going to be a reasonable goal at this point. My goal is to go back to 1950, but that's still 38 years and probably an unrealistic goal. Currently, we have a company coming in shortly to do a test to see if they can index and if they can get good copies of our records, which at that point, if that is possible, we'll go back to 1978, which would help. It's not going to cure a problem, but it will help. I have supervised the implementation of the Anti-Predatory Lending Act to protect the first-time homebuyers. We are currently testing online access to our records, our computer records, in 3 offices. So far, the feedback has been excellent. The attorneys, title companies, and abstractors are hoping to have online access of our records as soon as possible.
And I'd like to know how many employees there are in the office and what management experience you both have.
Currently, there are 7 employees in the office. I have over 30 years of management experience, both with my own business and my spouse's business.
Okay. As I said before, I've been there for 21 years. And as far as management experience goes, when Dirk or Jim or Brad was not there in the office, then I was the one that was directed to the questions and the one that was in charge of the office. So as far as management experience goes, I believe I have all of those qualifications. I could very well say that I've done that for more than 10 years in that office.
And my question is directed probably more to you, Ms. Fleming. I think I can imagine a strong background in administration would be very, very important for this elected official. And I was curious, I know you spoke a little bit to this, but what is your experience in managing payroll, submitting budgets, monthly budgets, yearly budgets?
Actually, I do the financial end for the Recorder of Deeds right now. I worked on the budget before Ms. Horton came into the office. I was part of redoing that with Brad and with Jim. And then as far as the other things go, I mean, I can do the job. I know all of the financial end of it. I do the account receivables and the accounts payables right now. And we do have a new system, so some of that is a little bit, takes longer than it used to take to do, but those are no problem for me at all.
Okay, thank you.
Managing my own business, I've done budgets. I did the budget as assessor. As far as doing the financials, paying bills, taking care of all of the paperwork that comes with having employees and writing payroll. I have done all of that. I've got a lot of experience with it. I have experience of handling staff. I've had more people under than what I currently have now. I've had as many as 8. That's been a long time ago, but usually it's kind of like riding a bicycle. You get right back on and go at it.
Okay. Yeah, I see another question there. Brad.
Thank you, Brad Harding. If elected, what vision do you have for your office, say, for the next 25 years, and what would you implement now to achieve those goals?
Okay, I'll let you go first on this.
I don't plan to be working in 25 years. Right. My plans are to get a lot more of our records online so that we'll have computer access. The world's coming to working at home, working on your computers at home, not going into the courthouse every day. One of the things that we are doing, the first step, is this online access to the attorneys, the abstractors, and the realtors. There will be a fee for that, but it will make their work a lot easier. It will not eliminate them coming into the office. I don't think we'll ever eliminate them coming into the office, because that wouldn't really be a goal. We do want to see their smiling faces. But the next thing after the online access to our records is e-recording, and that means that the title companies, if you buy a house and the title needs to be filed, or you have a quitclaim deed that you want filed on your property, say that you've remarried or a parent wants to add you to the title, they can do a quitclaim deed, and that can all be done online without actually having to come into the office. It's going to take some work, and it won't take 25 years, I hope.
Thank you. Are there any other questions? Oh, I'm sorry. You want equal time, don't you? Go right ahead.
Maybe not. Well, some of the things you see, I don't see. For one, the first thing I would do in our office, and I don't know if any of you have been in there lately or not, is we just had a remodeling done, and it's handicap accessible, as she says. You can't get down the aisles, but you can't access anything. You can't reach any of the computers when you get down there. Can't use any of our microfilm machines when you get down there. So it really isn't handicap accessible, except for you can wheel yourself up and down the aisle. I would like to change some of that. As far as that goes, put everything down to the level where it was before, as where it can be more friendly user. And also with that change came, we got some of the employees, myself included, got put into a box. And that would be one of the first things that I would do, is take that wall down, and so that everyone can see all of the employees when they come into that office. That office is not a user-friendly office right now, and I would change that so that it would be more accessible to the public. As far as e-filing goes, I think that's kind of a danger zone right there. I don't think anybody wants their deeds and their mortgages out there for everybody to see. You can come down to our office and view it, but you got to make an effort to do it. It's not like you can sit at your home and push a button on the computer. So I would not start looking into e-filing at this time. If that's something that's forced upon us, then I would accept it, but I would not do that. I would not want to do the online accessing unless it's just restricted to title companies and attorneys, not to the public.
Okay, quite a difference of opinion there. And you would like to respond?
First of all, I have left invitations for every one of you to come to our office. We're having an open house on Thursday. I would like for you to come and see what we've done. Secondly, I don't know how you're going to lower those books from the top shelf down to make them handicap accessible for everyone on everything. My staff is professional. They're very good about helping people when they come in. So I don't see a problem with that. We still have a computer that they can come to, and if they have any questions, my staff has been directed to help them. There was one more thing, and I've forgotten what it was. But I'll remember in a minute.
In them lines, I'd like to know, on the remodel that was just done, I would like to know the cost of that, and also where did the money come from? And we touched on it a little bit about the efficiency and the reason for the remodel. And if the remodel was worthwhile in the cost, since I know now that the other departments and other offices are wanting to cut back on employees and different things of that nature.